Welcome to the Think and Grow Rich series, Video 1, a summarized series on the 13 principles that create millionaires. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 powerful examples from Chapter 1 of the book, Think and Grow Rich, by Napoleon Hill. Hill spent 25 years studying 500 of the world's most successful people, men like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Andrew Carnegie, and uncovered 13 powerful principles that, if applied with faith and action, can unlock anything you desire. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down Chapter 1, which contains 3 valuable lessons that will help you immediately begin thinking and growing more rich. So if you're ready to get started, hit that like button and let's begin. Chapter 1. The Introduction. Thoughts are things. Your thoughts aren't just ideas, they're the starting point of everything you create. When you combine a clear purpose, unwavering persistence, and a deep, burning desire to bring those thoughts to life, they become all-powerful. That's how dreams turn into reality, and how ordinary people achieve extraordinary success. Example number 1. Edwin C. Barnes and his desire to work with Thomas Edison. Edwin C. Barnes had one burning desire. I will work with Thomas Edison, not for him, but with him as a business partner. But Barnes was broke, had no connections, and didn't even know Edison. Still, he believed in his vision so strongly that he jumped on a freight train to Orange, New Jersey, and showed up at Edison's lab uninvited. When he arrived, he told Edison confidently that he had come there to go into business with him. Edison later recalled that Barnes had a look of determination that made him take the young man seriously, even though he looked disheveled and homeless. Edison didn't offer him a partnership at first, but he gave him a low-level job. It wasn't exactly what Barnes had envisioned, but it was definitely a step closer. Still, Barnes held on to his vision. He didn't know how or when it would happen, but he was certain that it would. Years passed, 5 years to be exact, and one day Edison created a new invention, the Edison dictating machine, an early audio recorder. His salesman didn't believe in it and struggled to sell it, but Barnes recognized the opportunity and seized it. So Edison gave him a chance to sell it, and Barnes ended up selling it so successfully that Edison made him the exclusive distributor for it. Barnes finally became Edison's business partner after several years, just like he had envisioned from the start. The moral of this story: Barnes succeeded not because he wished to work with Edison, but because he had a clear vision, a burning desire, and refused to quit. He became what he envisioned long before the world actually saw it. So let me ask you, what is your burning desire? Something deep down you know you're meant for? Declare it now to yourself that you will have it no matter what, just like Barnes did. Example 1 is powerful, but this next example might be even more so. Example 2, 3 feet from gold. After the gold rush started in Colorado, R.U. Darby and his uncle discovered a vein of gold ore. They raised money, bought equipment, and began digging. At first, they found a rich deposit, and their hopes skyrocketed. But after a few feet, the vein disappeared. They kept digging and digging, but nothing. Totally discouraged, they eventually gave up, sold their equipment to a junk man for a couple $100, and walked away. But the junk man saw an opportunity where Darby and his uncle gave up too soon. So he consulted a mining engineer who studied the area and discovered the truth. The gold vein hadn't vanished. It had just shifted slightly because it followed a natural fault line that went in a different direction, kind of like how a river flows. In fact, it was only 3 feet away from where Darby and his uncle had stopped digging. The junk man went back, dug those last few feet, and struck one of the richest gold mines in Colorado history. The first moral of this story: most people quit when success is just around the corner. Darby later became a successful insurance salesman and said the lesson he learned from that failure, to never give up when things get tough, became the foundation of his success. The second moral of this story is to consult an expert to help you before you give up. So don't give up when things get tough or seemingly aren't progressing. Instead, look at this picture, dig deeper, consult an expert if needed, and keep going. The last example may be the most impactful. The little girl and 50 cents, Napoleon Hill, recalls a moment from his childhood while watching his uncle operate a mill in the South. One day, a little girl walked into the shop and stood quietly by the door. She said in a calm, steady voice, "My mummy says please send her 50 cents. Hill's uncle barked back, "I'm not giving you a cent. Now get out of here." The little girl said, "Okay, sir," but didn't move. She stood silently, with her eyes fixed on the man. He got up from his chair, walked toward her, and threatened to whip her if she didn't leave. Still, she didn't flinch. Then something significant happened. Without raising her voice, without backing away, she stepped forward, looked him straight in the eyes, and said again firmly, "My mommy says, please send her 50 cents. Hill's uncle, stunned by her courage, slowly reached into his pocket, pulled out a $50 coin, and gave it to her. The little girl took the money, backed away toward the door, never taking her eyes off the man, and ran home to give her mom the money. The moral of this story: the little girl won because she refused to be denied. She had no fear, no backup plan, and no hesitation, just pure, focused desire. Hill said that moment changed his life. He realized that power responds to those who know exactly what they want and won't take no for an answer. So there you have it. 3 powerful examples from the first chapter of Think and Grow Rich. If you enjoyed this, please like it and drop a comment with the example that resonated most with you. All 3 resonated with me deeply, and the whole book is full of gold ideas. So I decided I'm going to be doing a series to help break the book down into bite-sized nuggets and make it more easily digestible for people. If you like that idea, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Think and Actually Grown Rich, so you can get all the videos in the series, as well as other powerful videos to help you level up faster than ever before. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.